Hello and welcome back to my channel where I talk about whatever I want on my live streams. My name is Chloe. This is the house of Chloe that I built in my parents' backyard. And this is the Holy Bible. We are reading the Holy Bible all the way through this year. We are 1/4, 1/8, I don't know, of the Bible through. And we are in Joshua chapters 5 through 8. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait. 3, 4, almost 5 pages. Okay. We understood the assignment when we started. We're reading the Bible all the way through, and that is no small feat. So we are into it. Okay. Joshua chapter 5, the second generation circumcised. So it was when all the kings of the Amorites who were on the west side of the Jordan, and all the kings of the Canaanites who were by the sea, heard that the Lord had dried up the waters of the Jordan from before the children of Israel until we had crossed over, that their heart melted and there was no spirit in them any longer because of the children of Israel. Hi, Bob. At that time, the Lord said to Joshua, make flint knives for yourself and circumcise the sons of Israel again the second time. So Joshua made flint knives for himself and circumcised the sons of Israel at the hill of the foreskins. And this is the reason why Joshua circumcised them. All the people who came out of Egypt, who were males, all the men of war, and died in the wilderness on the way after they had come out of Egypt, for all the people who came out had been circumcised, but all the people born in the wilderness on the way as they came out of Egypt had not been circumcised. For the children of Israel walked 40 years in the wilderness until all the people, hey Scott, who were men of war who came out of Egypt were consumed because they did not obey the voice of the Lord, to whom the Lord swore that he would not show them the land which the Lord had sworn to their fathers that he would give us, a land flowing with milk and honey. Then Joshua circumcised their sons, whom he raised up in their place, for they were uncircumcised because they had not been circumcised on the way. Hi, Timothy. So it was when they had finished circumcising all the people that they stayed in their places in the camp till they were healed. Then the Lord said to Joshua, this day I have rolled away the reproach of Egypt from you. Therefore the name of the place is called Gilgal to this day. Thanks for the ha-has, Anthony. Now the children of Israel camped in Gilgal and kept the Passover on the 14th day of the month at twilight on the plains of Jericho, and they ate of the produce of the land on the day after the Passover, unleavened bread and parched grain on the very same day. Then the manna ceased on the day after they had eaten the produce of the land, and the children of Israel no longer had manna, but they ate the food of the land of Canaan that year. The commander of the army of the Lord. And it came to pass when Joshua was by Jericho that he left his eyes and looked, and behold, a man stood opposite him with his sword drawn in his hand. And Joshua went to him and said to him, are you for us or for our adversaries? So he said, no, but as commander of the army of the Lord I have now come. And Joshua fell on his face to the earth and worshipped and said to him, "What does my Lord say to his servant?" Then the commander of the Lord's army said to Joshua, "Take your sandal off your foot, for the place where you stand is holy." And Joshua did so. What's my favorite passage? I love Proverbs and Corinthians. The love passage is really good. Keep God number one in your life. Yes. Todd Fuller. Okay, next is the destruction of Jericho, chapter 6 of Joshua. Now Jericho was securely shut up because of the children of Israel. None went out and none came in, and the Lord said to Joshua, "See, I have given Jericho into your hand, its king and the mighty men of valor. You shall march around the city, all you men of war. You shall go all around the city. Once this you shall do 6 days, and 7 priests shall bear 7 trumpets of camps. No, 7 trumpets of ram's horns before the ark. But the 7th day you shall march around the city 7 times, and the priests shall blow the trumpets. It shall come to pass when they make a long blast with the ram's horn, and when you hear the sound of the trumpet, that all the people shall shout with a great shout. Then the wall of the city will fall down flat, and the people shall go up, every man straight before him." Your cheeks, why red? Hormones. Keep God number one in your life. Thank you. But yeah, my cheeks are red because of hormones. I'm pretty sure. Okay, then Joshua the son of Nun called the priests and said to them, "Take up the ark of the covenant, and have 7 priests bear 7 trumpets of ram's horns before the ark of the Lord." And he said to the people, "Proceed and march around the city, and let him who is armed advance before the ark of the Lord." So it was when Joshua had spoken to the people that the 7 priests bearing the 7 trumpets of ram's horns before the Lord advanced and blew the trumpets, and the ark of the covenant of the Lord followed them. The armed men went before the priest who blew the trumpets, and the rear guard came after the ark, while the priest continued blowing the trumpets. Now Joshua had commanded the people, saying, "You shall not shout, or make any noise with your voice, nor shall a word proceed out of your mouth until the day I say to you, 'Shout,' then you shall shout." So he had the ark of the Lord circle the city, going around it once. Then they came into the camp and lodged in the camp, and Joshua rose early in the morning. See, that's me being mean. I'm not being mean. Lemon, sit down and shut up. You call me a lemon and not a woman? I'm already sitting, so I beat you to it. Hello, beautiful. How are you doing? I'm good. Hello, I have a question. This is very random, but do you know the musical Hamilton? Yes, I do. Hello, Kelvin. I wasn't thinking you were mean for the cheeks, my red cheeks, but I get it. I get asked a lot. Wait a minute. Oh, there we go. Yes, I'm obsessed. How old am I? I'm 32. Um, You never heard of acne? Yeah, it's acne. Anyways, I don't think it's that bad. Why do I think it's not that bad? It's because I think it will pass. I don't know why. I need to stop touching it. Okay, next. And Joshua rose early in the morning, and the priests took up the ark of the Lord. Then 7 priests bearing 7 trumpets of ram's horns before the ark of the Lord went on continually and blew with the trumpets, and the armed men went before them, but the rear guard came after the ark of the Lord, while the priests continued blowing the trumpets. And the second day they marched around the city once and returned to the camp. So they did 6 days. You're 45. Congratulations. You're halfway through your life, basically. That's really mean. Sorry, I didn't mean to sound so mean. You're in North Carolina. Good to know. But it came to pass on the 7th day that they rose early about the dawning of the city and marched around the city 7 times in the same manner on that day. Only they marched around the city 7 times, and the 7th time it happened when the priest blew the trumpets, and Joshua said to the people, "Shout, for the Lord has given you the city. Now the city shall be doomed by the Lord to destruction, it and all who are in it. Only Rahab the harlot shall live, she and all who are with her in the house, because she hid the messengers that we sent. And you by all means abstain from the accursed things, lest you become accursed when you take of the accursed things and make the camp of Israel a curse and trouble it. But all the silver and gold and vessels of bronze and iron are consecrated to the Lord. They shall come into the treasury of the Lord." So the people shouted when the priest blew the trumpets, and it happened when the people heard the sound of the trumpet, and the people shouted with a great shout, that the wall fell down flat. Then the people went up into the city, every man straight before him, and they took the city, and they utterly destroyed all that was in the city, both man and woman, young and old, ox and sheep and donkey, with the edge of the sword. But Joshua had said to the 2 men who had spied out the country, "Go into the harlot's house, and from there bring out the woman and all that she has, as you swore to her." And the young women who had been spies went in and brought out Rahab, her father, her mother, her brothers, and all that she had. So they brought out all her relatives and left them outside the camp of Israel. But they burned the city and all that was in it with fire. Only the silver and gold and the vessels of bronze and iron they put into the treasury of the house of the Lord. And Joshua spared Rahab the harlot, her father's household, and all that she had. So she dwells in Israel to this day, because she hid the messengers whom Joshua sent to spy out Jericho. Then Joshua charged them at that time, saying, "Cursed be the man before the Lord, who rises up and builds this city Jericho. He shall lay in its foundation with his firstborn, and with his youngest he shall set up its gates. So the Lord was with Joshua, and his fame spread throughout all the country. Why does it say 5 through 8? Jesus Christ. Oh my goodness. 5 through 8, I guess. That's a lot of reading. Okay. Okay. Chapter 7, Defeat at Ai. I don't know how to say that. I think it's a name, but I'm not sure. Ai. But the children of Israel committed a trespass regarding the accursed things, for Achan, the son of Carmi, the son of Zabdi, the son of Zerah of the tribe of Judah, took of the accursed things, so the anger of the Lord burned against the children of Israel. Now Joshua sent men from Jericho to Ai, which is beside Beth, even on the east side of Bethel, and spoke to them, saying, Go up and spy out the country. So the men went up and spied out Ai, and they returned to Jericho, or to Joshua, and said to him, Do not let all the people go up, but let about 2,000 or 3,000 men go up and attack Ai. Do not weary all the people there, for the people of Ai are few. They are few. What's up, Russell? So about 3,000 men went up there from the people, but they fled before the men of Ai, and the men of Ai struck down about 36 men, for they chased them from before the gate as far as Shebarim, and struck them down on the descend. Therefore the hearts of the people melted and became like water. Then Joshua tore his clothes and fell to the earth on his face before the ark of the Lord until evening, he and all the elders of Israel, and they put dust on their heads. And Joshua said, Alas, Lord God, why have you brought this people over the Jordan at all to deliver us into the hand of Amorites to destroy us? Oh, that we had been content and dwelt on the other side of the Jordan. O Lord, what shall I say when Israel turns its back before its enemies? For the Canaanites and all the inhabitants of the land will hear it and surround us and cut off our name from the earth. Then what will you do for your great name? Thanks for the cross and the heart, Scotty. The sin of Achan. So the Lord said to Joshua, Get up, why do you lay thus on your face? Israel was sinned, and they have also transgressed my covenant which I commanded them, for they have even taken some of the accursed things, and have both stolen and received, and they have also put it among their own stuff. Therefore, the children of Israel could not stand before their enemies, but turned their backs before their enemies, because they have become doomed to destruction. Neither will I be with you any more unless you destroy the accursed from among you. Get up, sanctify the people, and sanctify yourselves for tomorrow, because thus says the Lord God of Israel, there is an accursed thing in your midst, O Israel. You cannot stand before your enemies until you take away the accursed thing from among you. In the morning, therefore, you shall be brought according to your tribes, and it shall be that the tribe which the Lord takes shall come according to the families, and the family which the Lord takes shall come by households, and the household which the Lord takes shall come man by man. Then it shall be that he who is taken with the accursed thing shall be burned with fire, he and all that he has, because he has transgressed the covenant of the Lord, and because he has done a disgraceful thing in Israel. So Joshua rose early in the morning and brought Israel by their tribes, and the tribe of Judah was taken. He brought the clan of Judah, and he took the family of the Zarites, and he brought the family of the Zarites man by man, and Zabdi was taken. Then he brought his household man by man, and Achan, the son of Carmi, the son of Zabdi, the son of Zerah, of the tribe of Judah, was taken. Now Joshua said to Achan, my son, I beg you, give glory to the Lord God of Israel, and make confession to him, and tell me now what you have done. Do not hide it from me. And Achan answered Joshua and said, indeed, I have sinned against the Lord God of Israel, and this is what I have done. When I saw among the spoils a beautiful Babylonian garment, 200 shekels of silver, and a wedge of gold weighing 50 shekels. I coveted them and took them, and there they are hidden in the earth in the midst of my tent, with the silver under it. So Joshua sent messengers, and they ran to the tent, and there it was, hidden in his tent with the silver under it. And they took them from the midst of the tent, brought them to Joshua and to all the children of Israel, and laid them out before the Lord. Then Joshua and all Israel with him took Achan the son of Zerah, the silver, the garment, the wedge of gold, his sons, his daughters, his oxen, his donkeys, his sheep, his tent, and all that he had. And they brought them to the valley of Achor. And Joshua said, why have you troubled us? The Lord will trouble you this day. So all Israel stoned them with stones, and they burned them with fire after they had stoned them with stones. Then they raised over him a great heap of stones, still there to this day. So the Lord turned from the fierceness of his anger. Therefore the name of that place has been called the Valley of Achor to this day. Hi, bless the Lord, oh my soul. All right, next is chapter 8, the fall of AI. And I don't think it's artificial intelligence. I think it's a name AI. AI. Hello. Now the Lord said to Joshua, do not be afraid, nor be dismayed. Take all the people of war with you, and arise, go up to Ai. See, I have given into your hand the king of Ai, his people, his city, and his land, and you shall do to Ai and its king as you do to Jericho and its king. Only this is a long reading. Spoil and its cattle you shall take as booty for yourselves. Lay an ambush for the city behind it, So Joshua arose and all the people of war to go up against Ai, and Joshua chose 30,000 mighty men of valor and sent them away by night. And he commanded them, saying, Behold, you shall lie in ambush against the city behind the city. Do not go very far from the city, but all of you be ready. Then I and all the people who are with me will approach the city, and it will come about when they come out against us as at the first, that we shall flee before them, for they will come out after us till we have drawn them from the city, for they will say they are fleeing before us as at the first, therefore we will flee before them. Then you shall rise from the ambush and seize the city, for the Lord your God will deliver it into your hand, and it will be when you have taken the city that you shall set the city on fire according to the commandment of the Lord you shall do. So I have commanded you. Joshua therefore sent them out, and they went to lie in ambush and stayed between Bethel and Ai on the west side of Ai, but Joshua lodged that night among the people. Then Joshua rose up early in the morning and mustered the people and went up, he and the elders of Israel, before the people to Ai, and all the people of war were who were with him went up and draw near, and they came before the city and camped on the earth on the north side of the Ai. Now a valley lay between them and Ai. So he took about 5,000 men and set them in ambush between Bethel and Ai on the west side of the city. And when they had set the people, all the army that was on the north of the city and its rear near no and its rear guard on the west of the city, Joshua went that night into the midst of the valley. Now it happened when the king of Ai saw it that the men of the city hurried and rose early and went out against Israel to battle, he and all his people at an appointed place before the plain. But he did not know that there was an ambush against him before the city, and Joshua and all Israel made as if they were beaten before them. Good Lord. And fled by the way of the wilderness. So all the people who were in Ai were called together to pursue them, and they pursued Joshua, and they were drawn away from the city. There was not a man left in Ai or Bethel who did not go out after Israel, so they left the city open and pursued Israel. I'm sorry about that. That's really sad. I'm sorry. I'm reading the Bible. We are in Joshua 8, verse 18. Then the Lord said to Joshua, Stretch out the spear that is in your hand toward Ai, for I will give it into your hand. And Joshua stretched out the spear that was in his hand toward the city. Those in ambush arose quickly out of their place. They ran as soon as he had stretched out his hand, and they entered the city and took it and hurried to set the city on fire. And when the men of Ai looked before them, they saw, and behold, the smoke of the city ascended to heaven, so they had no power to flee this way or that way. And the people who had fled to the wilderness turned back on the pursuers. Now when Joshua and all Israel saw that the ambush had taken the city and that the smoke of the city ascended, they turned back and struck down the men of Ai. Then the others came out of the city against them, so they were caught in the midst of Israel. Come on this side and come some on that side, and they struck them down so that they let none of them remain or escape. But the king of Ai they took alive and brought him to Joshua. Why do you like reading Bible? It's my religion. No, I think I just want to read and know what's in it. That's why. Now when Joshua and all Israel saw that the ambush had taken the city and that the smoke of the city ascended, they turned back and struck down the men of Ai. Then the others came out of the city against them, so they were caught in the midst of Israel, some on this side and some on that side, and they struck them down so that they let none of them remain or escape. But the king of Ai they took alive and brought him to Joshua. And it came to pass when Israel had made an end of slaying all the inhabitants of Ai in the field in the wilderness where they pursued them, and when they all had fallen by the edge of the sword until they were consumed, that all the Israelites returned to Ai and struck it with the edge of the sword. So it was that all who fell that day, both men and women, were 12,000. All the people of Ai, for Joshua did not draw back his hand with which he stretched out the spear until he had utterly destroyed all the inhabitants of Ai. Only the livestock and the spoil of that city Israel took as booty for themselves, according to the word of the Lord which he had commanded Joshua. So Joshua burned Ai and made it a heap forever, a desolation to this day. And the king of Ai he hanged on a tree until evening, and as soon as the sun was down, Joshua commanded that they should take his corpse down from the tree, cast it at the entrance of the gate of the city, and raise over it a great heap of stones that remained to this day. Tell them reading Bible is a gift from heaven above. Yes, reading the Bible is a gift from heaven above. For reading, thank you for reading. I never can listen to someone read anything usually, so I'm curious why you are reading on here. Is this your first time reading the Bible? It is. Yeah, it's my first time reading the Bible. Cool. A word from good Father in heaven, and fully of wise counsel and educational. 2 Timothy 3:16. Okay, we're almost done. Sorry, guys. Joshua renews the covenant. Now Joshua built an altar to the Lord God of Israel in Mount Abel, as Moses the servant of the Lord had commanded the children of Israel, as it is written in the book of the law of Moses, an altar of whole stones over which no man has welded an iron tool, and they offered on it burnt offerings to the Lord and sacrificed peace offerings. And there, in the presence of the children of Israel, he wrote on the stones a copy of the law of Moses, which he had written. Then all Israel, with their elders and officers and judges, stood on either side of the ark before the priest, the Levites who bore the ark of the covenant of the Lord, the stranger, as well as he who was born among them. Half of them were in front of Mount Gerizim, and half of them in front of Mount Ebal. as Moses the servant of the Lord had commanded before, that they should bless the people of Israel. And afterward he read all the words of the law, the blessings and the cursings, according to all that is written in the book of the law. There was not a word of all that Moses had commanded which Joshua did not read before all the assembly of Israel, with the women, the little ones, and the strangers who were living among them. Hello, Chloe. How are you? I'm speaking directly from Brazil. It's great to see a young woman in love with Christ. Thank you so much. I'm well. How are you? And that was the end of our reading for today. We'll cross out our reading. And guess what? You guys, guess what? You guys have to guess. I'm watching you even though I don't understand what you're saying because I'm Brazilian and I don't speak English. Continue your mission. You are loved by God. Oh, thank you. In approximately 12 minutes, it will be my boyfriend Scott's birthday in the United States. Huh, Scott? In 12 minutes. Hi, Miguel. Guess what? So we are celebrating today, like all day today and all day tomorrow because it's a happy early birthday, Scott. Thanks. Because it's his birthday. He gets a double birthday this year. He's 42. How are you celebrating? Well, today was kind of a busy day, so I just told him happy birthday and everything. And I went to donate my plasma. I got tacos from Jack. Jack gave me tacos, and I actually streamed it today if you missed that one. And I went to my psychiatrist appointment to see if I have autism. Mainly what I wanted to see is if I had autism. Were you able to find a restroom earlier? Yes, I was. I went to the gym to use the restroom. And so what I found out is that the psychiatrist said I have a little bit of everything. So I have a little bit of anxiety, a little bit of depression, a little bit of autism, a little bit of ADHD, and a little bit of OCD. And he just kind of like talked me through different things. Like obviously, like anxiety is not like necessarily all bad. Everyone has to have a little bit of anxiety to keep themselves safe. Yeah, it's raining here, but the whole like combination of a lot of different things that are bugging you, like, oh no, the door doesn't have a lock on it, what if someone comes in, oh no, like this and that and this and that, and just all the combination of always being worried is kind of a thing. And then he was talking me through like the autism. He looked at the test that he sent me for me to send him back, and he said, yeah, like that percentage or that amounts of points puts you at like medium autism, but like it's like not so bad, but like the social aspect and stuff like that, like I could really work on. It's how we manage our anxieties that matter. Yes. Cry, you speak Portuguese? No, I don't. I'm sorry. Where am I from? California. Make me a mod, Chloe. I can't. I'm not making anyone a mod until possibly until I get fully monetized. But you know, everyone's welcome to read the Bible with me. But all of the things like combined, like a little bit of autism, a little bit of ADHD. And I asked him, like, do you think it's ADHD as well? He's like, yeah, that's what you have the most of. And I'm like, oh, I don't speak Portuguese, sorry. And, hi, Nelson, Jay Nelson. But yeah, you guys get so used to me that you don't probably see all that stuff. When is the next Bible reading? It's tomorrow night. We're going to be reading, not as long, hopefully, chapters 9 through 11 in Joshua. What was the Bible reading for you? Wait. I think I read that comment completely wrong. What is the next Bible? Okay, yeah, I did read it right. Was the tacos good? Yes, they were. But like ADHD, not being able to focus, like it's like, okay, I start like tasks where like I'll just talk about one thing and not finish it and then come back to it. It's like pretty crazy. Doctors can be wrong. I don't think a doctor that went to school for like 10 years and practices this every day and talked to me for like nearly an hour to see everything. I don't think that was wrong. I think it was a good assessment. I can tell, like, my mind likes to zoom around, and sometimes I'll fidget or like whatever. Like, if I explain to it about it in little details, then it doesn't seem like anything. But I can say a lot of little details, and then all that combined is like a big thing. Did you know that Joshua's name was Hosea? No, I didn't. But yeah, don't fight with me because we'll go in circles. Don't fight with the mentally ill or autistic. But yeah, that's all I have to say for tonight. I will talk to you all tomorrow for our next Bible reading. Are you good? I'm okay. Why? Why do you ask? Bye. I guess I'll talk to you in a text. Bye.